I'm gonna tell them I'm leaving. This isn't gonna be a—
For years, the world had watched the Browns, smiles, religion, family, harmony, the ideal picture of a plural marriage. On the surface, it seemed impenetrable, but just below that shiny veneer, something ominous was bubbling. Kody Brown wasn't the doting husband he professed to be. He was the mastermind of a system in which each promise, each choice, each contract weighed the scales in his direction. The land at Coyote Pass that never did divide, the always changing rules that always favored him, the allegiance that only ever flowed one way, toward him. The wives attempted to cling. They wanted to hope the dream was true. But Christine observed carefully. She noticed the subtle deceptions, the promises broken, the money trails that didn't quite add up. She knew this wasn't a family based on love. It was a game based on power, and Kody was convinced that he was winning. Every move, every word, every sobbing admission was another deliberate move in his game plan. He believed the board belonged to him. The wives' pawns, the land, loath for use as leverage, the show, a stage. But Christine was no pawn. She observed the player quietly. She remained silent, not in weakness, but in strategy. And when the time was right, she made her move. A single decision, keener than any confrontation, stronger than any fight. She walked away, and in that instant, the empire broke. Kody's grip started to slip. His power failed him. The persona he had crafted for more than a decade came crashing down under the force of one woman's determination. Christine hadn't merely walked out. She had turned the game on its head. This was not defeat. This was checkmate. For the first time, the man who thought he could never lose had been outmaneuvered by his own wife using his own strategies. But here is the part that the cameras didn't capture. Behind the curtain, there were loopholes in the law, secret accounts, unspoken agreements, scattered pieces of a puzzle that, when revealed, showed just how far-reaching Christine's plan extended. This was more than an individual flight. It was the dismantling of Kody's entire empire, and the aftermath, it is still playing out. Other wives wondering about everything, kids viewing the reality, audience awakening to the fantasy they were sold is an artfully constructed deception. I reveal the secrets Kody didn't want the world to know in my feature-length documentary. The secret contracts, the astonishing money trail, the private meetings that expose how Christine flipped the script and pushed the truth into the light. If you believe this was merely a divorce, think again. It was a revolution. The first to break in Kody Brown's empire, the end of the beginning. The only thing left to wonder is who is next, and how far will Kody go to hold on to what is remaining of his crumbling kingdom. Hit like, subscribe, and see the whole story, because once you get a glimpse of how Christine actually won, you'll never watch Sister Wives or Kody Brown in the same way again.